In this video, the exploration of South Island begins, starting with a lovely caravan. This is apparently an Oxford caravan. Some HubNutters have very kindly put me up for the night in this caravan. It's lovely, very, very nice. I get to look at my car outside, but look at the view out the window. Absolutely extraordinary. Still down here in Picton, where we finished in the last video. A little fly buzzing around, might have to get rid of that little critter. And yeah, I'm standing in this lovely, lovely caravan. It's got a load of lovely period features, like these glass doors. Very nice. Look, I've got some games if I feel like it, a jigsaw. And yeah, a few modern touches. That looks fairly modern, as does this shelving unit. You know, microwave oven. Plenty of mugs for plenty of tea, a little fridge, a comfy looking bed, nice lamps. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot. And of course the skylight. I may be less glad of that in the morning when the sunlight comes beaming in through it. But yeah, I am one lucky guy. It's mostly that view. Astonishing. Oh, don't forget, I Love Tuk stickers are available at hubnut.org, along with lots of other merchandise. I think we may be out of 2CV hoodies now, or only have a couple left, so I've got t-shirts and all that. But yeah, all available at the store. George the Cat may even help pack your items if you're really lucky or unlucky. You can be the judge. But yeah, I'm overnighting here in Picton, and then tomorrow I'm driving down to see what South Island, the South Island, has to offer. Yeah, I'm gonna settle down for the evening. I shall see you tomorrow. Well, we're not quite at Kaikoura yet, but those are definitely seals. It definitely smells of seal, it must be said. I've just moved a bit further down the road because I actually managed to find a toilet, a long drop toilet, because there's just no sewage facilities here. We are absolutely in the middle of nowhere. But I couldn't walk past this amazing Holden Vectra. Look at that for a colour. Yeah, still pretty beautiful. And clearly a fair bit of investment going on here to yeah, give people places to stop. It's been a long time since I've even seen a toilet. No seals on this section, I don't think. Just gorgeous, gorgeous views. Once again, I'm having to slightly pinch myself to believe I'm actually here. There's a cormorant there, I think. We'll keep our distance from him, but I have seen seals on this side of this stretch. So we'll go quietly. We don't want to get any closer than 10 metres, but might just be possible to see one fairly close. But look at this for a spot. Absolutely magical. So this is Kaikoura. Which is oh, the heron fishing there, you see, going very gently. Now, I don't believe this is a breeding colony, so we should be okay to get fairly close. Oh my gosh, there is one. Can you see? Just there, right at the end of my finger. So these are New Zealand fur seals. Oh, I've been spotted. It's okay, I'm not coming any closer. Oh, basking in the sun. Like a big fat sea cat. Oh, there's another one. I can just see just there. Okay, bear with me, I'm going to try a digital zoom. This won't be very good quality, I suspect. No. But yeah, that is a definite seal. Wow. Didn't think I'd be getting so close today. I'm now trying to work out how far 10 metres is. This is probably close enough, I think. But yeah, beautiful bit of sea here. I'm going to get back now because I don't know if I'm going to get back across before the tide comes in. That would be bad times. And today we've come to have a look at a private collection of cars. I'm going to step in out of the wind because I seem to have managed to forget my microphone again. So I got a lift here and got this lovely Cadillac V8 Roadster. It's currently draining its coolant. You may be able to just hear it. But yeah, there we go, flathead V8. It's a, it was a left-hand drive car. It has been converted to right-hand drive. Just look at the dials and gauges. It dates from 1936. It has a dicky seat, and that's how you'd clamber in on the bumper, foot on there, and in you go. Yeah, lovely condition. It's just awaiting some carpeting. Beautiful. And then over there, a Buick LeSabre, a bit of a monster. Currently has a seized engine, needs a fair amount of work. But look at the interior, it's so green. And there's something approaching a museum here, just because they've kind of kept all the stuff they've ever had over the years. Studebaker Champ pickup there for sale, 12,000 New Zealand dollars. Chainsaws and more manual saws. A big pan for doing your cream. Max Factor eye makeup repurposed for spanners. It's quite incredible. Oh, and a Cadillac V12 engine. We'll go and look at where that lives more normally soon. But yeah, all manner of stuff, all manner of number plates and typewriters. I'm discovering that any museum worth its salt in New Zealand must have typewriters. Confused by this one, which doesn't really seem to fit the shape of your hands all that well, and this one, which apparently can it looks like normal writing. Amazing. But yeah, a remarkable collection of stuff. Very, very windy here. Old cameras, old model cars. All a bit gloomy in this room. Some seriously nasty looking barbed wire. Scales and rotavators, bullets, and yeah, guns somewhere as well. So this is, yeah, like a private collection, but it is geared up for people to come and have a look and lose a finger or two if you fancy. Oh, that's one of the more interesting things. We've got an old Anderson engine here. Over there, there we go, that's the Anderson engine. Big tank of water to keep it cool. And if we look up there, various number plates. I have pointed out that that one in the middle is not from the UK. The one below still comes up on the DVLA website as a red Lancia, and it turns out Andrew went to the UK in the 1980s and drove that car around. I wonder if he replaced the number plate or just took it with him as a memento. I don't know. Yeah, various parts there. Huge head gasket for a straight six engine of enormous size. Yeah, fascinating stuff. So this is the main collection, which belongs to Andrew and someone else, Stevie, who lives on site here. And I think there might be one car from someone else as well. But yeah, very much an American theme. I'm going to start over here with the Studebaker 8. Oh, this is a President, which is interesting because right next to it, another President. but we'll have a quick nose around this one first. It's got modern indicators. We could probably have a nose inside. Look, another beautiful Art Deco dashboard, manual gearbox. Oh, the smell is magnificent, and look at the space in the back. There's a palatial amount of legroom. Wonderful Art Deco features. That is absolutely gorgeous. I know nothing about pre-war cars, but a quick glance at the rego should tell us some more. So it's a 1929 Studebaker President, and it's been in New Zealand since 1990, and looks lovely. Just a one single wiper up there and massive headlamps. And next to it is another later Studebaker President. See when this one dates from. 1939, so this is still just about pre-war, and it's been here since 1967. It has been restored. Come on focus, where you gone? There we go. But beautifully, it hasn't been over restored. And just see, so Studebaker President down there. It's just absolutely lovely and very, very rare. It's a two-door, and apparently they reckon only a couple of two doors were made in this colour, and only one in right-hand drive. Oh, actually, I think it came into the country in the 1930s and may have been unregistered. Maybe that's why it's got the strange date on it. But yeah, gorgeous fake wood dashboard that looks like painted metal. Column gear change was new for this year. It's not quite as capacious in the back as the older one, but it is a bit more sporty. We've got a Chevrolet Corvette Stingray here, and these are interesting because they have a pop-up panel there. Panel pops up and comes forward, and the clap hand wipers come out to play. Sadly, the owner's not here today, so I can't do a demonstration of that. Bit of a shame. It's a lovely old Ford here. It's called an all sorts car because it's made out of so many bits. But this is your classic Model A, and it's a 1930 and has apparently been here since 1930. That's just absolutely gorgeous. Have a look inside this one. Oh wow, retrimmed in the 1960s or 70s maybe, and lovely dashboard. So with the Model A, it came after the Model T, which may or may not be entirely logical, and they actually stopped production of the T and stopped making cars while they retooled the production line for the A. Henry Ford himself was quite happy to keep going with the Model T, but yeah, others reasoned that maybe a new car was needed because Model T sold over 14 million units, but the world was starting to move on. Later Corvette, I can't say I know a lot about these later Corvettes. I'm more interested in the Accord 812. Fascinating car. This one dates from 1937. You can see it's got remarkable styling. They were kind of referred to unfairly as coffin-nosed by some people. It's got a V8 engine, side valve. You've got the exhaust sticking out the sides of the bonnet. And they're front wheel drive, so most of what's under here at the front is gearbox, and it's a pre-select gearbox as well. Go and have a look at that. 48 miles since restoration, 7 years to restore. And if I bring you round, oh look at that, that's how the headlamps open and close. That's rather beautiful. Amazing dashboard. It looks slightly like something out of an aeroplane. Can you see the little gear lever here? So you just move it to the position you want, which gear you want, then you press the pedal, it's not a clutch pedal, to select that gear, and then you're away. And yeah, just absolutely beautiful. Oh gosh, it looks like the retractable headlamps are each side, so you must have to get your passenger to operate the lights. So I have both headlamps showing. That's a bit strange, but yeah, pop-up headlamps in the 1930s. Front wheel drive in the 1930s. Truly remarkable cars. And I did see one of these at the Loma Museum. Sadly, it has got a bit of a transmission leak going on there a bit. It was always the weakness of these cars, was the transmission. Next to that, 1922 Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost. Another beautiful car. This one's been over here since the 1980s. Huge motor car. Big 6-cylinder engine in these, I believe. But look at that, even got the Rolls-Royce logo on the door lock. But if I open the door, you'll see this is the most pointless door in the world, because the handbrake and the gear change live here. This is a throwback to when such items would be on the outside of the car. But just look at this mechanical gate. I mean, honestly, a Ferrari's got nothing on that. That is proper engineering. And all the controls on the steering wheel. So I think that's a bit of a throttle control. You can adjust the mixture, can adjust the ignition timing. And one tiny little wiper. And yeah, again, just a beautiful dashboard. An amazing car. And for something a bit different, we'll go back to Ford. Although technically this was a separate brand, the Edsel, named after Ford's son, and a bit of a flop. People didn't like this rather ugly snout, and I think it was meant to be a sort of a mid-size car. I mean, but look at it, it's absolutely enormous. This one, a convertible, a Citation, and yeah, interesting cars. The engine we saw earlier is out of this enormous Cadillac. What an absolute beast. And when does this date from? 1927, and it's been here since 2009. Look at this though, for an ornate dashboard. And yeah, you can kind of see where the engine would go. It would normally go there. Clearly the gearbox is out as well. Oh, even the mirror. Beautiful. Next to the Cadillac, we've got a Buick Century. Enormous, very much of its time, dwarfing the E-Type Jaguar next to it. This is a New Zealand car from new. It's been here since 1966. It's a 2+2 automatic, so that's fairly rare. Another Studebaker Champ. We saw the one for sale in the other place. And Ford Mustang 289. What year is this one from? 1965. So this is only the second year of Mustang production. And I think the lights changed in 65. I could be wrong. I can't get hugely excited about Mustangs, probably because I once made the mistake of driving one and it was utterly disappointing. But I think car of the collection for me is this wonderful Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Still on its California plates by the look of it, but look at the paint finish. It's got some history to it. It's even apparently been shot at some point. How very American. And yeah, the interior has seen better days, but is easily solved and covered up. And yeah, love it. This isn't a car I want to see restored, to be honest, because how could you ever get it back to this condition? You'd have to go to town on it, and then it would just look wrong, frankly. I think these scoops might be because it had air conditioning. I think the air goes in and then comes out here, and I think the air conditioning unit was in the boot because they were just so bulky back then. It's also got what I think was called the Autronic Eye. That's automatic headlamps in 1955. Very interesting wipers. I've been trying to work these out. It looks like you've almost got a brake system here. Buzzfly. The joys of farm life. But yeah, what an amazing machine that is. And what a lovely collection. And so I'm going to end that video there. I'm very much enjoying being towards the south of South Island. Still a long way to go yet, and still lots to see, but I'm having a lovely time, as you can kind of see. So I'll say thank you very much for watching. Don't forget you can go to the HubNut store and buy lovely HubNut merchandise. How I am missing this little car. Oh, took the Imber car. She'd look a bit lost in this compared with all these giants, wouldn't she? And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Farewell. People behind me seem to be having an almighty argument in their car. I might have to let them pass because frankly his driving is starting to get slightly erratic now. I'm glad I've never really been in a relationship like that. Sad times. Andy didn't wave a thank you to the man with the lollipop stick. That's apparently a thing here. You say thank you to the lollipop stick men and women. Well, they're still barneying. He's almost driven into me twice now. She just threw something out of the door. I'm increasingly desiring somewhere to pull over so I can let them come past, because this is just feeling bloody dangerous. It's like having an episode of EastEnders chasing me down the road. I'm not sure all these soaps are a good idea, you know. I think some people sadly see them as aspirational. Oh, there we go, perfect. Get out of their bloody way. They've just crashed and he's smashed all the front of his car up. He seems to have pulled her out of the car with all her stuff. Jeepers. Yeah. Well, now this has got a bit more serious. I've just been on the phone to the police. I'm now waiting for the police to turn up. There's people stopped, but they're being waved away. You can see the damaged car behind. Yeah, this wasn't quite how it was meant to pan out. A bit of excitement on my holiday. Good grief. So yeah, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on the situation at the moment and waiting for the police. Sitting here with the aircon going, and yeah. Well, what a day that is proving to be. Yeah, police are on the scene, so I might end up getting called as a witness or have to give a report at some point. But for now, my involvement in this mess is over. No idea what was going on really, no idea if they were actually in a relationship or not, but I am out of here. Slightly miffed that another car stopped and just decided not to get involved. They just did a runner. That's not the Kiwi spirit. Then some motorcyclists came and tried to see if they could do anything. They couldn't really, and then they disappeared, but by that stage the police had arrived, so yeah. Entertaining times. I'm going to push on because I'm meant to be having a break for a few days to rest and relax, so that's going really well.